Hi, so Richard Moore here from 8StepStartup, day 5 of the 30-day tip of the day startup and entrepreneur advice I'm passing on. And this is information, of course, from my experience over the years or from the best-selling authors, business leaders and professors I've been in touch with. So today's lesson is about scaling, and this is actually something I've personally done. And the key here is to essentially grow before you think you're ready. Okay, so this is about working against limiting beliefs here. What you'll find is you may think that when you start or launch a business that you need to go through some kind of arbitrary amount of time, or perhaps that you need to generate a certain amount of sales or something before you can start scaling. And by scaling, I'm talking about perhaps hiring more people, specifically when it comes to hiring, looking at things like new salespeople to help grow the revenue. So the thing is, you'll be surprised how early you can scale in this respect. And when I had pre-launched the 8-Step Startup course, so it was literally being built, and it was very early on. I think I had 8 lessons of the 80 odd actually live at the time. You know, people were saying, well, it makes sense, of course, just to kind of build it for a bit, see how it goes, and onboard the new, you know, the beta testers and get these customers buying into it and so on. I think it was 5 weeks, and arguably I could have been going even earlier before I started hiring people to help out with you know, with sales and so on. And everyone around me is saying the same thing. They're all saying, oh man, maybe you should wait for a little bit, or just see how it goes. You know, are you sure you're not going a little bit too early with hiring new people? And this is the thing, you know, it's that classic thing of mediocre people, with the love them all, but mediocre people giving you mediocre advice. If you scale fast and now, before you're waiting till be in a comfortable position, you'll find you can probably handle it. And so that's why I'm saying to actually grow before you think you're ready. Because if you wait until you're ready, then actually you're going to be waiting usually quite a long time. And that actually means waiting until you're comfortable. What you need to do is start scaling, adding the next product, adding the new salespeople, moving it to the next level, moving, you know, adding another part to your sales ladder. You need to do it not when it's comfortable or when you're ready. You need to do it when it's possible. Okay, so when it's possible to hire a new salesperson, hire a new salesperson. When it's possible to start work on the next product line you're going to position next to your current product line. And I spoke to Kostas Andriopoulos. He's a associate dean for entrepreneurship at Cass Business School in London, and he was saying, you know, businesses should have an ambidexterity to them. They should be exploiting on one half the product they have. So that's what I was doing early on. I was exploiting a product I was starting to build, and at the same time, you should be on the other side. You should be as well as exploiting, you should be exploring new product streams, maybe another iteration of the original one or something completely different. And bringing those together, it means that whilst you're working on one, you're building into the next thing as well. So it goes for the business as well as scaling and adding more people as well. The bottom line is this: if you are able to add something new or build something new, do it, because it gets exciting after a while when for people around you, they start seeing that there's more things coming out. And what happens otherwise is that you sit too long on this one product area. You sit too long on growing this one thing, and you're waiting for some weird thing that is kind of, there's no kind of finish line where you're going to say, right, now that bit's done, now I'm going to start work on the next thing. You need to have this kind of overlapping. Okay, so a great piece of advice I received was, when it is possible to grow, go and grow. Okay, so I hope that helps. I'll see you tomorrow for the next tip of the day.